Hello and welcome to Comedians Interviewing Musicians, episode 150. Why do I always do this in my hand?
I don't know, but I love it.
It's really bad voguing.
Yeah.
I am one of your hosts, Becky Joniel. This is my beautiful and talented co-host, Kim Stacy, rocking the jingle jangle jammies.
Yeah, jingle jangle on the sweater. I decided
Hey.
that this is the countdown to Christmas. I'm going to wear a beautiful, not ugly Christmas sweater for each episode. So get ready. It's going to get crazy.
I did just throw a bunch of Christmas shit into this corner.
Yeah, I did blow off this Christmas wreath. So I blew it up.
And she dressed up Waffles.
I dressed up Waffles, the chicken purse. And she's wearing
pancakes.
Yeah, pancakes.
We are
whatever.
Such bad.
She'll take whatever I call her.
And we are joined with the incredibly talented Brandon Callies, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
Yay!
Thanks for being here, dude. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I should have posted in front of my Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh. We got time. Pause it. Go get a Christmas tree.
Son of a. We need a budget for the Christmas flying in the
tree. Go
down
to Lowe's, get a Christmas tree, put it up. We'll wait.
Ooh, Earl Manning is here. He says aloha, and Kim's boyfriend / our boss, Jonathan, said that he already likes Brandon's background. So finals and
he needs to calm down. It's because I texted him and I said, listen, you're going to want to date this dude because he loves vinyls and whiskey and you need to calm down. So he's already coming in way too hot.
Hey, I'm good with it. He got there though, you know.
You heard it here first, Jonathan. He's available.
He's available.
We'd like to say thank you to those watching. Oh, Jonathan just sent heart eyes. And thank you to our listeners and patrons. We really appreciate you. We could not do the show without you, obviously. We have a bunch of you we'd like to thank. We'll sprinkle those out throughout there, depending on whether Kim and I get drunk enough to remember it's the Christmas season. But we'd like to say thank you again and for all of your support. And if you want to get your friends a Christmas gift, tell them to spend $5 a month on this podcast for us. It's giving back. It's like sponsoring troubled youth. That's kind of what you're doing there. So just nestle it. Thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. And please, people who are watching, comment throughout this whole thing. We'd love to hear from you. Ask your questions.
And donate to Brandon.
Yeah,
she's pointing. Do you see me doing it? I don't know what I'm pointing to. I don't know where I am on your screen. No, but there should be a money place. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's a button or a link, and you can click it and tip Brandon. There's a Venmo and a PayPal. So please, if you're having fun tonight, send some dollars to Brandon. And we've tried to start this new thing where, in order for him to track for tax purposes, in order for him to track which tip is from this show and not just some random person 2 years from now sending him $5 for the show. What emoji did you decide, Brandon, people should tag your tip with?
Oh, you told me to think about that.
And you forgot.
Had 20 minutes, my man.
I know. I'm old.
Is there a whiskey glass, I think?
Outside of the eggplant means that you like eggplants, right?
That's exactly what that means.
They're tasty.
Big eggplants.
Yeah, and those certainly don't get flagged by the IRS for tax purposes.
Absolutely not. So a big eggplant, is that what you're wanting?
No, throw the whiskey glass up there. Let's
whiskey and eggplant.
I won't pretend like I don't know what that is anymore.
Yes.
That is a tasty combination.
Yeah, I think
I love
that's what Jonathan was envisioning for y'all's first date: whiskey and eggplants.
Oh,
Kim, he's your man. I don't know. Joshua Slinkard says Brandon, and then 3 heart eyes. So yeah, everybody's into the whiskey and eggplant this evening.
Well, I got a date with him.
Oh, I love it.
So many dates.
Hi, Joshua, thanks for being here. Whiskey nor eggplants, but I think in quarantine, a lot of people. I have my cousin delivers babies. I know this for a fact. There's been lots of babies being had in quarantine. Mm-hmm. But what have you been doing with your quarantine other than whiskey?
Playing relatively low. I recently started playing again. A lot of outdoor venues things like that. Working on a new record called Sunrise Diner.
Woo!
Kim was like, I knew it. Just you're supposed to quiz me.
I'm trying. This is me acting. I'm acting surprised every time you say something during this podcast because I already creeped on you and found out everything I need to know. So
she's confident.
I'm a very good actress. And I'm like, oh, an album? I had no idea.
What?
And you said that hopefully is coming out spring 2021, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, that's the ETA on it.
Yeah.
I live for it. Honestly, I don't know how anytime I do anything productive in quarantine, I feel like baking myself a fucking cake because I have not wanted to do anything. Kim looked at me like, I always do that. Why?
I was like, I did that before quarantine.
I guess, how have you managed to stay positive or like keep yourself motivated?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I guess I was getting at is that it's difficult. It seems like you get into this mode where you're more lazy, like when you have to be home for whatever reason. At least I am.
Yeah. And when you give yourself that excuse, you're like, well, the world is in shambles. It's okay to lay on your couch for 3 days straight and not change your pants.
That's right. You know, I thought about showing up to this thing in boxers, but then I thought I might have to stand up at some point.
I am wearing boxers, actually.
This has just turned into Kim's dating profile.
This is my favorite thing about this is that I only have to dress from like the torso up. And so anything down, free game.
But God forbid you get an emergency call, you know? What if it's like...
You just shut it down. You just shut that lid.
But doesn't that just like... I feel like you'd still see...
Oh...
Like now I want to start shutting this, but then everyone will know I'm wearing fucking sweatpants.
That did happen with Becky Jo one time, is that she did shut it closely and she was wearing like slowly and was wearing a skirt and we saw her crotch and she was like, bye. And it was really good. Let's go back to that episode. What was that?
I'm going to avoid that one at all costs. Blessed Kimberly.
You're welcome.
Fine. How about we hear a song instead of talking about my crotch that one time? Let's hear some music from Brandon Callies today, shall we?
Yay!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Callies.
Woo!
It's a little difficult to be focused after that, so we'll see what we can come up with. The tunnel's coming. I know we could see it all along. With the twists and the turns, it gets hard to set your focus. In the midst of the haze, frustration points you wrong. This ain't a sunset party. It's always darkest before dawn. I won't sing of it out that I see the morning coming. It ain't the night, it's the light that inspires this song. The maze that we're in is getting shorter. Straighten it out every step. When a journey's long, it gets hard to keep your head up. And the longer you're lost, it gets harder to measure the depth. This ain't a sunset Maria. It's always darkest before see the morning coming. It ain't the night, it's the light that inspires a song. Seen a sunset Maria. It's always darkest before dawn. I won't see it in air that I see the morning coming. It ain't the night, it's the light that inspires a song. It ain't the night, it's the light that inspires a song.
Hey, I unmuted it and then you strummed again. I was like, no! And I muted myself again. Woo!
Intentional.
This background just dropped right as soon as you were saying your final line. And I think I may have broken my ankle because I just jumped and went to do it and then came back and it was
That's why she's out of breath. She's just so overcome with emotion. If you enjoyed that song, please tip Brandon and make sure to put a whiskey and an eggplant, or just write out whiskey eggplant. If you're weird and don't know how to use emojis, that's fine. It's a pandemic.
Because that's the weird part.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Send some dollars that direction, and then tell your friends and yourself to become a patron because it's fun and you get to see us do kooky, dumb shit all the time. Thanks, Brandon, again for joining us. This is the segment we like to call the Stan Mail, but really it's just Kim being the best Nancy Drew that she can be. And she's got some questions for you concerning your internet activity.
Yeah. We kind of talked about it before, but obviously you're into whiskey and vinyls, not just because I stalked you on the internet, but because I have eyeballs and I can see that behind you. Do you know roughly how many vinyls you own?
Oh my gosh. No real idea.
No, really.
I'm just gonna give a rough estimate of about 300.
That's a hefty.
I don't know if that's right.
He has 1,000 vinyls. What are some of your top favorites on your list that you own?
Well, Tom Petty just did a reissue of Wildflowers, and it's been one of my favorite records. And it came out in the 90s, and he did a whole other side to that record. It was supposed to be a double record, and the label convinced him to just do just a single record. And so after he died, the dream was realized and it was put out as a double record, and I got it. I snagged one.
You did it.
Yeah. So
nice.
That and all the Slayer records. Give me any one of them.
Oh, duh.
And I did.
Yeah. Becky J will fight anybody who argues with her.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I know you're a former metalhead too. I respect and recognize.
Not me.
She's such a judgy bitch. I swear.
When are we talking about NSYNC? What is an album you would never buy? Don't say NSYNC.
Never buy?
Yeah. You're like, I would never buy that album. It's a waste of money.
That band Disturbed. That's got to be the worst music in the world to me.
Is that the wah guy?
Oh yeah.
Yes. No, I would still buy that. I would totally still buy that.
No, give me Michael Bolton or Celine Dion over that any day of the week. I'd take it.
Why are those even in the good? Okay, no, I would never buy a fucking Taylor Swift album or something. I would never buy that.
Hold up. My cat's name is Celine Dion. Do not come for my cat.
I didn't say anything negative.
I just said I would rather.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have any Celine Dion in your
Oh,
in your
so
collection?
I don't, but if I'm being honest, I kind of came up on that. My mom was a big giant fan. And so every time I got in the big minivan that we had, Celine Dion.
Yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, there's a
I
special
drove
place.
all night to get to you. I bet she was jamming in that minivan to that song.
Had those same moves, did that same thing.
Just the mom car
Yes,
wave.
honey, that Honda
Yes.
Odyssey was bumping like the
Woo!
Titanic.
Too soon. Well, speaking of family, your grandpa was in a polka band.
Great,
So
yeah,
cool.
great grandpa. Yeah.
Yes. And you
Yep.
have the jacket from him?
I do. My aunt and my grandma will every once in a while kind of come across these things just sort of in the house when they're cleaning out some corner they haven't looked at in a while. And when they come across that stuff, they know I love that stuff. I used to go to
Yes.
Wisconsin every year and watch him do.
Yeah. Describe what a polka festival is like.
White people.
Gosh,
Okay, thank you.
it just seems like it would, white people, but it seems like it would be so lame. And I don't know, maybe it kind of is, but it was my first sort of real experience with music, like at in a festival setting.
Mhm.
So if you, put it in the context of me being like 12, 12, 13, like those years, right? And you go to a place and there's all these people and they're dancing and drinking. And I mean, my great grandpa was in his 90s still,
Dang.
drinking and dancing and driving fast and playing in bands. So it made an impression on me. It was a lot of fun.
That's still sexy to me. I still get down.
Yeah.
Polka.
Dancing and drinking with a polka band. I bet he got some ladies.
He was the man. He kind of looked like Yoda, but he was still the man.
Grandpa looks like Yoda and he played polka.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I love that. I would get down at a polka festival.
Oh yeah, it's more fun than it sounds, for sure.
Oh, I definitely would assume that they get down, all the white people, Becky Joe.
It's a lot of sausage.
Yeah.
A lot of sausage.
I'm just assuming I'm more of like the drunk white people, not the music making white people, but that's fair.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were there just for that, the food.
Yeah, why the hell not? I don't think anyone goes to a music festival 100% and it's like, I don't know, I'm sure there are. I say that now and I'm like, well, sure, we've interviewed dozens of them, but anyone who like comes to a music festival with a strict itinerary and doesn't just like eat and drink their way through fucking up that itinerary.
Oh yeah, like everything on their itinerary is just music. Be like, no, you definitely scheduled a trip to get a soft pretzel.
Well, especially a polka festival too. I mean, that's so niche, I mean, you can pick out the folks that are diehard polka people. They're in their suspenders and lederhosen and stuff, and everybody else is just there to get drunk and eat.
Oh, God.
Oh, see, Michael
That's where my next husband is.
This comment says Michael Casillas, Brandon's new hit is whiskey and eggplant. If it's not, it has to be. Also, Scott Collins got on here just to tell a joke, and
then he left.
Yeah, I don't know. He might still be here, but it's pretty good.
I hope he just left. What's the joke?
It's a knock joke, I think.
I hate it already. Say it.
Kim, you're gonna like it. This is Terry the dog. You want to hear a joke? Biscuit's the dog. Okay, Terry the dog. Knock, knock, who? Both dogs. Bark, 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 bark. And then I think maybe Scott's gone. I don't know. Maybe this is his. Who knows?
Oh my God. He just got more precious.
Yeah, I know. And Jonathan thinks he has 240 vinyls. I think he was just like maybe Price is writing you out of your estimate, so he didn't bust. I don't know. And then,
well, no, he is very close to the estimate, so I think you guys could go head to head of having who has the more vinyls.
It's the final countdown. And he also commented a glass of whiskey, but no eggplant. So show the hell up next time, Jonathan. And Hissy says, at least I have a log. Oh, gross, dude. Why did I read that? Like, why did you type it like that? He's
Well,
probably a catalog. A catalog. At least I have a log.
Oh.
Fuck, Jonathan. And then Don Denham thinks Brandon looks like the emoji that's like laughing with his eyes shut.
yep. Thanks, Don.
And Kim Stacy's the puking emoji.
My parents used to make me hold my eyes open in family pictures because they just naturally
Like
shut.
this, like
No, not like that, but I mean, there are family pictures of me where I'd get slapped in the back of the head until I.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh, Don says, "Love you, bud."
When I'm driving, because I will wreck that car. I can't.
We cannot go on a road trip together.
Nope.
We will both die.
That's one of the reasons why.
Oh, yeah. The other is I'm obnoxious. So you have a birthday coming up in January.
That's right. Yep.
I knew that because you posted something on January 8th in 2017. You're welcome. You said the best birthday weekend. So what are some goals you have for this coming year of your life? Have you made goals?
I have no idea. Release this record and see what the world is doing.
There you go.
Just kind of playing it all by ear.
Okay. Is there anything that you're wanting to avoid? Like a live and learn situation? I did this in the past and I'm never going to do it again.
Bad relationships.
Okay.
Thankfully, that's over.
I was thinking of more like, hot sauce in like, eating a burrito on the toilet. Like hot sauce. No? And hot sauce drops into your lap and you're like, ah!
No one knows what that is.
What is
no
that?
one else has been there? I find that hard to believe.
I have so many fucking questions, but they are not for Brandon, so we're just gonna wheelbarrow past that one.
Whatever. I'm adventurous.
I'm sorry, Kim.
Okay. Bad relationships. Anything else? Like mixing alcohols?
Mixing alcohols. I'm told that as long as it's a high-end spirit, you can do that. So
really?
I'm not gonna cut it out yet. Not until a bad experience happens.
Is there anything that you remember, like the craziest thing you've done flying high on whiskey?
No, I'm pretty tame.
When you drink, you're tame?
If I have a little too much, I'm pretty tame. Like I'm super happy, but I always, if I rarely, like, I know my limit. And so if I know that I'm going to push that limit, I find myself a keeper.
Oh my God. So you drink like an adult?
Yeah, like I am. I'm full on. I'm about to be 38 in January. I can't afford
God, that's no fun.
Well,
Kim.
I'll have my buddies. I've got a keeper, and then even when I'm hammered drunk, I'll listen to that person. If they tell me to do something, all right.
I would love to be your keeper.
Yeah. Kim. I'll listen to you.
Okay, this says,
give me a burger.
Don Denham says a toilet burrito is a toxic relationship, which 100% could.
There you go. Live and learn.
And apparently you are not a good kisser when you're drunk, according to Don. So that's maybe the one.
Don, kiss and tell.
That's false.
No.
He's very wrong. And he knows. This is my old roommate. So
ooh.
He should know.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. That was very kombucha girl of you.
Okay. I'm listening. Tell me about your roommate. Wow. Okay. So before we go into that realm and we all get in a lot of trouble. So Frogs, the horror movie, which I've never seen, but you posted it on there. And then it made me go, oh, this man likes horror movies. If your life was a horror flick, what would be the title?
Oh my gosh. I wish I had time. I could have come up with something good.
I know. It's a good question.
It is a good question.
I wrote it down and I was like, wow, this is one for the books. That was a good one.
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't think of anything good right now.
So, it's okay, but you're screwing it up.
It's not. It's definitely not okay. You're blowing Kim's whole fucking thing. It's ruined.
No, it's fine. I'm disappointed, but it's fine.
Yeah, it would be The Thing. Is that already taken? I think that's already taken.
The Thing? Oh, yeah.
What about Swamp Thing? That's taken.
No, that's brand new. You could definitely have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Denham says, Satan would be the title of the film.
Oh, God.
What? Why? What is that?
So, my ex, bringing it back to bad relationships, her name was Natasha, and if you spell that name backwards, you get Satan. So,
that is funny.
Yep. Don nailed it. That's it. That's
Don.
I mean,
well done. Well, what would Don's horror movie be? You can.
According to his name, it would be called Maned Nod. Maned Nod.
Nod. That's his alien name.
Maned Nod.
I'm not saying you have to flip his name, but I was like, you can call him out on some shit. You could say toilet burrito. Maybe he's done that.
Yeah.
Well, clearly he has. He's aware. Either that or he's some sort of marriage therapist and he has seen some crazy shit.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he did.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay.
Oh, I love you and Dawn. That's great.
Kim?
I would listen to that.
Do you have another question or should we?
I mean, I have thousands, but we can talk about it on our Patreon so people can purchase that and hear all the other crazy questions I have for Brandon.
It's so true.
Plug it up.
I mean, we're all about it is what is it? Giving Tuesday and Small Business Week or something.
What a day to have the emoji of an eggplant be your go-to on Giving Tuesday.
And
do you hear what I'm saying?
You're already throwing money at an accomplished professional.
We're professors. Let's be
for the podcast listeners. I just had a stroke. No,
podcast listeners, we're not professors.
Professors, you're already throwing money at an accomplished. I can't say anything. You're throwing money at a great guy. You might as well throw some money once a month at some questionable trash humans who just had to swat a fly out of my face.
This is the best pitch I've ever heard.
I hate you, Kim. This
is so good.
This is your elevator pitch on methamphetamine, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, please join our Patreon so you can see us do stupid shit on the reg. And you can, comment on that stuff. We do read and listen to the things you talk about and request of us. We don't never do them. So just maybe.
No, I think we need to start doing them.
I mean, I think some of them.
If someone tells me to wear a coconut bra on one of our episodes, I'll freaking do it.
It's fair. Oh my God! Can you guys start telling us what
coconuts
to wear?
Big enough. Hey.
But see, yeah, because Patreon doesn't have the anonymity of OnlyFans. We know it's you. We know it's you. Just tell us. But let's hear a couple more songs from the.
Yeah, now would be a good time when it's going downhill.
All right, Kim, put your coconut bra on. We're going to hear a couple more songs from Brandon. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, since we started talking about exes, I guess this song would be appropriate. It's a sunny day in the Lone Star State. We both know that'll change. Might be some wind, might be some rain. In the end, it's all the same. That's the way I think of you. wrapped up in the storm. Honey, I can't seem to make it better, so I might as well let it pour. It was a sunny day when you came in. I could see that things were bad. That's the way it goes. I guess I'm lucky. You're still pretty when you're mad. That's the way I think of you. I'll be around, win or lose. Honey, you change moods like Texas weather, and wrapped up in the storm. Honey, I can't seem to make it better, so I might as well let it pour. That's the way I think of you. I'll be around, win or lose, but I wish you'd choose. Honey, you change moods like Texas weather, and I'm wrapped up in the storm. Honey, I can't seem to make it better, so I might as well let it pour. So I might as well let it pour. So I might as well let it pour. That song's called Texas Weather, aka Satan. I guess I've been talking about this new record, so it's best to do a song that's off that new record. Let's try to pitch it a little bit. So this is one called The City. There's a devil outside of my window. Begging to go have some fun. But the devil outside of my window ain't no good for me or anyone. So I'll turn down the lights and stay out of sight. Life in the night ain't treating me right. Been stumbling around the streets all alone lately. Now the burden it brings keeps tearing at me. It's funny how the night changes the city. There's a devil inside of this barroom. hoping to have one more round. And the lesson I'm forced to keep on learning, blues ain't something that can be drowned. So I'll turn down the lights and stay out of sight. Life in the night ain't treating me right. I've been stumbling around the streets all alone lately. Now the burden it brings keeps staring at me. It's funny how the night changes the city. Not everyone knows what it takes to be a man. But maybe I should have known. So next time I can, I should have turned down the lights and stayed out of sight. Life in the night ain't treating me right. I've been stumbling around the streets all alone lately. Now the burden it brings keeps staring at me. Funny how the night changes the city. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, I felt
Sorry.
you like try not to strum after that, and I was like, "Is it?"
I wanted to hit it. Boom! Big bang.
BRB sobbing.
Oh, well, thanks again. If you love those songs, please tip a whiskey eggplant to the tips pinned in the comments, or if you're listening to this on a podcast forever from now, I'm sure they're in the description of the bio. So get on it, Nancy Drew. Tip Brandon some money. We'd like to thank Jake Farr Guitar Studios. If you are looking for guitar lesson needs, hit up Jake Farr that do quarantine isolated Zoom lessons. Okay. Then also Gerald Bailey at Gerald Bailey Cooks. If you need to get your recipe on, I know a lot of people are cooking from home, obviously. So check that out, geraldbaileykooks.com. Cher T and her grilled chicken purse waffles. A lot of people are moving. It is a good time to hunker down into that space. So call Cher T for all your realtor needs. Debbie Stanley for your house concert needs. Yes, quarantine and
Double.
yes, socially distant concerts are available. As we've tagged some of them in the comments here. Our good friend Jeff Plankenhorn at D Coyote, The Wallens, Brian Wolf. We love you very much. If you haven't seen Brian's new podcast, we've posted all about it, and I do believe
Reading somewhere ever. I have a question from him. Well, not from him. I stole it from his podcast.
Oh shit! Well, ask away.
What are we gonna do now?
We're doing it. We're doing it now. We'll play the game in a second. Ask the Brian question.
Wow, this is a lot of pressure. If y'all don't like this question, you can yell at Brian Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't take the road of music, what would be the other route you would have taken?
Easy. Art. I do art also.
Like painting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you never tag any artists in your posters, so you do that.
Me.
It's so good.
Yes. You do all of that artwork?
Now, what's my question?
Yeah,
Who does your art?
Who does your art? See, I had that question too. I didn't write it down because I knew Becky Jo was going to do it.
Yeah, that's me. It's I work with the record label that I'm on actually. I work with them and do stuff for them, and then another label called Independent Ear, and then just kind of freelance.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. You're very talented. When did you start drawing?
I'm gonna go with like first grade Ninja Turtles. I drew Ninja Turtles on everything. But
Did they actually look like Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yes, they were awesome.
Okay, mine did not look like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
No. So it was like green eggplant.
Yeah.
When I mean eggplant, I mean anyway. So you were saying.
Well, so I mean, it didn't really start for real until I was doing my own album, and I wanted art. I've never liked like the picture, a picture of me on the cover. That just feels weird. So I wanted actual art on the album cover. I started pricing it out, and it gets super expensive when you go through somebody else. And so I just kind of I can do this myself. And once that came out and people started seeing it, then it sort of spiraled. And
heck yeah, I love that. Honestly, most of the time when I pick a album out, it's because of the artwork.
I do that too.
Like, I do random, like you go to the thrift store or whatever, and you look at really cool artwork, and you're like, this probably will be dope. And sometimes it sucks.
Cover all the time. I'm that guy in Waterloo Records that stands there. I'm on my phone because if I see a good album cover, I Google it and I listen to it on YouTube real quick to see if I dig it. And I'll tell you, I'd say about 7 times out of 10, if the artwork is rad, it's probably
good music. Yeah.
Wait, do you know Mike Melano?
I don't.
He's a artist in Austin, and he also does, I think he paints and works with markers. Really talented. We've interviewed him before. Chris, use your Nancy Drew fingers and find Mike Melano, because I know former co-host Zach Brooks has like 2 or 3 of his pieces. Like, I'm knocking shit over. 2 or 3 of his pieces, and they're all stunning. Like, collab time. That'll be.
Hey, I like it.
Yes, cool. I love that.
No,
yeah, collab with art, like people do with collabing with music.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
look at that.
That'd be fun. That'd be a good one.
Half a painting. Let the other.
Yes. And have the other one finish it, but cover it up with like a sheet so they don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
Oh my God, we're geniuses. Like this has never been done.
Someone hire us. No. Okay, so this is the portion of our show where we like to play a little game. I curate games for our guests every week. They're never good, but they're always entertaining.
He lies every time. They're always very good.
I always question if they're actually games or if it's just me needing to do trivia because I've been glued to the Game Show Network in isolation. But
love Game Show Network.
This game is called the Gone Cold game in tribute to your music. I'm going to ask you A or B, like would you rather, but instead of would you rather, it's which one is colder, which one is meaner, which one is worse, what's the not preferred situation you would like to be in. All right, first one. Where's my pen? Here we go. For the podcast listeners, this is a pen. Okay, would you? Which one is colder? Ditching your friends for some ass or ditching your band for more money?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say ditching your band for that's more permanent.
Yeah. I agree.
100%. Well, I mean, like, because if you're friends, it depends on that situation. Because are you not that kind of person? Are you that kind of person? Is this the 18th time you've done
also
this?
Depends on the ass.
100%. That's my thing. Don says you've
Is
done
it
both.
one of your friends' ex's ass? Maybe their mom's ass?
But what if it's their mom's ex's ass's band?
Ooh, cold.
Yeah,
Cold.
That's super cold.
Yeah,
cold. No, I agree. Money.
We're leaning towards money. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. What is colder? Outing a sibling to your mom and dad? This is not like coming out. That's fucked up. Don't
I
ever
was
do
like,
that. Don't ever do that for anybody.
anyone.
Don't ever come out for anybody.
Not
But,
your
like,
business.
Let's say you and your sibling are up for nominated for who broke this vase, and you out the sibling, or outing your problem child band member. Like, he's the drunk one. He's the one that never shows up.
Oh.
Which one's colder?
I'm gonna go sibling just because more permanent, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be around forever. That band ain't gonna be around forever.
Oh, you hear that, band?
Yeah, I'm burning them bridges.
Talking about being cold, you're replaceable.
That's
Just take that.
Suck it.
Okay. Spoiling, which one is colder? Spoiling a TV show or movie, or stealing a solo or lyrics, or, you know, a moment on stage? Spoiling a TV or stealing a moment on stage?
TV, for sure.
Not on.
Oh, yeah.
Stealing someone's solo. Okay, that has happened to me. I'm a choir kid, and I will never forgive.
No way. There are a million times you play a million times, and I'm perfectly okay with it.
Fight Club. It's in his mind. Ha! Spoiled.
No, she said it. Now I can't watch that movie.
Ha!
No, but ruining, I'll tell you, I mean, real quick, I know we're in the middle of a game, but a buddy of mine gave away the ending of The Sopranos for me. And that's a long ass show to be watching.
That is pretty cold.
So he tells me the end of, you know, the show, and I stopped watching it, I'd say for probably 2 years. I start back up watching it again because I was bored. I didn't have anything to watch. Started watching where I was at you know, on The Sopranos. So I get to the end, and the end is not the same as what he said it was going to be. So I hit him up and texted him and said, hey man, like, you told me this happened at the end. I stopped watching that show for 2 years. And he said, some jokes take a long time to play out.
I hope you haven't talked to him for 2 years, and then the first text was, you motherfucker. And it was...
I wanted you so badly to be on this trivia team when the year The Sopranos came out, and not everyone has seen it, and then they ask a question about the fucking finale and you confidently slap, he covers himself in pizza and lights himself on fire. Boom. And then everyone looks at you like you are an absolute maniac.
Also, what an Italian send out that would be.
That's just how I want to go. I wasn't really speaking
cover yourself
to any...
in pizza and light yourself on fire. Can't I just cover myself in pizza?
What's the Power Classic Flow? Is that what it's called? Where it like freezes you? You know what I'm talking about?
It's perfect.
Oh, but with pizza.
No, not with pizza. In an actual volcano, because if you had enough courage to muster up right before that cloud hit you to like do something like the Heisman pose, or like, you're frozen forever. You're in history. Yeah. You're in.
Oh no. Yeah. You know, I would be doing some dumb shit.
Some millennials going to listen to this and like, but what about pictures? Jacob Ramjeet says, good guitarists borrow licks. Great guitarists steal them. BB King. Stealing licks?
Lyrics. Not
no
like
licks.
Yeah, but I think that means lyrics.
I think
I hope so.
He's a guitar player.
What's licks?
Well, tasty lick.
It's another. We should just have a whole round of like, say this comment out loud again.
Yeah.
At least I have a log, Jonathan.
Yeah,
licks means a lot of different things. It can mean,
okay,
you know,
here's
getting
one.
a hit.
Which one's colder, hanging up or storming off on stage?
Oh,
that's really hard.
It's not hard.
I've experienced the hanging up, and nothing makes me more angry because
that shit pisses me off.
It just means that you don't have a point. There's nothing else you can say.
Ooh.
So you're just shutting it down, you know?
What's your number real quick?
Him just hangs up.
Get hung up on. Just see me get mad and flip this computer over.
I love it. I want it.
She's here for it.
I've never had the walk off on stage thing, but I think that would be less cold. And I don't know. There's this band called the Brian Jonestown Massacre, and like everybody walked off on stage. Like they had a showcase with EMI, and everybody got pissed off and left. And I don't know. There's something kind of memorable about that. It's kind of cool. You were at that show.
I think that's like, colder.
Man,
but it's like if you were like to walk away from your band. Like
I'm gonna go hanging up.
I'm gonna call you and hang.
I won't mind. I would just like to point out that every single one of these, Kim has picked the band side, and the only one you've picked is the money band one, which is kind of that. Sir, you must be a very forgiving individual because
mine's all about performing and fucking me over.
Oh, if someone stormed off in the middle of a performance that we curated together, like I would not only not be talking to you again, but you would not have tires on your car. you fucked with my money. Nice to know you. Okay, this one's what is colder, walking out on a date or skipping band practice? Also, Jacob Ramjeet said BB King stole that quote too, so we may never know. He stole it from Jacob, as far as we're concerned.
Licks?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go with date because that affects some self-esteem.
Yes.
Walking out on band practice, I haven't done that. I think.
Who hasn't done that? Yeah. I'm not even in a band and I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like walking out on a date is. You're hurting people. You walking out of band practice, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Maya Angelou, get out of here.
Do not ever refer to my trash ass as the late great queen of verb. How dare I am mad for Maya Angelou. Okay, what is colder, text message breakup or an extra long guitar solo that just cuts everyone out?
Text message breakup.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty mean. As soon as I wrote that, I was like, what's meaner? And then I tried to think like from a musician's ego. And I think if some
like an unplanned.
Yeah, just like in the movies when they go for like 45 minutes and then like the drummer's asleep, like
yeah.
What?
I just think it just really depends on how drunk that crowd is, because once they've got a ton of booze in them, then they seem
kind
to
of
be
like the audience show. I mean,
they seem to be okay with it. But even if you're on the early show and somebody's just fucking jamming, I would still say text message breakup. That's brutal.
Yeah,
it's mean. You're just at some side stage in the warm-up wing, and then some fucking band member gets so drunk he just does like a 20-minute guitar solo in the line to the bathroom. You're like, bro. Okay. What's colder? Ooh. Cheating on your partner or playing with a rival band?
Cheating.
Hands down. But I feel like with a rival band, the same thing.
I'm just kidding. It's cheating.
Like they're both sort of the same thing, but one is a career move and the other one is a personal move.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Share Tea and Waffles is in the house. Hey, girls. What's happening? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Okay, the next two are photos. So prepare yourself. Which of this photo of either you or Kim is colder?
What the hell? Are these of us?
I did not tell her about this. I'll send them to Chris. I'll send them to Chris so he can put them on our Instagram with this.
I love and hate you for this.
Is this photo of Brandon colder than?
Hey, come on, death list. Sure.
Than this photo of Kim? For the podcast listeners, the photo of Brandon in some dingy basement. I'm assuming is at the basement of some, like punk show. And he's wearing a Death List hoodie and his hair is straight out of a late 90s, early 2000s romantic comedy where the girl is ugly in quotes, but really she just has glasses and braces. And then she like finds out, and this is his best friend who maybe sells him weed, but only has 4 lines and they're all jokes. And then the picture of Kim is her wearing a leotard and maybe I think a diaper, and her butt is fully eating her diaper. So which is colder, Brandon or Kim's hungry hippo butt? You have to answer.
Who's answering, me or Kim?
What is it? Colder,
whatever's in his cup.
I don't know about you, but when I saw my ass, I got hotter.
So I mean, I can't say that's cold at all because I thought that picture was rad. It's like, you know, the end of Blair Witch when like the girl's standing there. But what if Blair Witch ended with that photo?
You know the scene in It Follows where that woman who has STDs is standing in the kitchen with her boob out?
Yes.
That's me.
Oh shit. It's been a really long time since I've cried on this podcast.
That's wonderful.
Now I'm mad that I have one more picture question because clearly I should have saved that one for last. I still think the picture of Brandon is colder. If I was at that show, Brandon, I would not talk to you.
That's what we're saying. Brandon's is colder. Kim's ass made us all hot and bothered.
That's right. That guy in that Death List shirt, man. Don't talk to that guy.
Don't talk to that guy. That guy.
No, but see, the problem is I would have been at like in the other corner talking to my, you know, the only other girl at this show.
Yeah.
We'd be like, he's cute, but he looks like he kind of wants to punch you in the throat. And then like 4 seconds later, it would be like a mosh pit situation, and I would indeed get hit in the throat.
This dude thinks he's hard. I'm a hit in the throat.
Yes, thinks he's hard. I'm here to prove.
And the woman with her ass out would be me going to him and being like, I'm going to punch him in the throat just to start some shit and see if he can.
And
are y'all in the same basement? Where are you, Kim?
I'm in my room.
This is the storage part of that basement. This is where the Christmas decorations are kept.
Yeah, that's what's happening in the next room.
When we mean
what kind of a place is this?
When we mean storage basement, we mean my ass.
Dawn Denham is now crying in the comments. So is Alyssa Sintony. We're just making the people cry tonight. Okay, so this is the last one. I promise.
God, I can't even imagine the other photo you have of me.
It's cute. Okay. Which goat photo of either one of you is coldest?
Oh, I know both of these photos.
Here's Brandon's. He's getting assaulted by a goat for the podcast listeners. His fingers being munched by a small gummy goat. And this picture of Kim breastfeeding a goat. I don't know. She's got a goat on her. The other goats are looking at the goat who's feeding off of her feet. Like, has this goat fucking forgot it's a goat? This is still a goat farm, right?
Just wanted to be cuddled.
This was runner-up for the hard picture. It's her being attacked by 2 birds. Just as an honorable mention, this was up for grabs for the Is Kim hard. But
Kim's right, I think.
I'm going to have to say Brandon wins this one again because he's just no holds barred getting attacked.
Do you still have that finger?
I can't. That's why I can't play guitar like I used to be able to. See?
Because this goat now Kim has a college fund for because, and look at this face.
Yeah.
Oh. That's the face of happiness.
That little baby goat abandoned its mama.
Yeah. That baby goat's like, Mom, who?
Yeah.
Also, Kim's like, don't tell him he's blonde. You stole my goat, Kim. I swear to God.
Oh my God. Pete is going to come for me now.
Oh, Brian Wolf just got here. Sorry, Brian. You missed a lot.
You missed a lot.
Well, and see so many goats. Everyone, I'm glad the people are loving it. I don't know. I'm glad to know that if you're loving this podcast, listener, 12 months from now, I don't know why I talk to you like you're a baby. Please send a tip to Brandon on Venmo and or PayPal, and make sure that you put whiskey eggplant on it so he knows that it's from this show.
And please become a patron so Kim can buy pants.
Yeah, so Kim can buy pants that aren't being eaten by her asshole. If you weren't here 5 minutes ago, Google back.
Hungry asshole.
Now I can't believe I asked that question about doing a podcast in your underwear earlier.
It's a thing. We all do it. I don't understand.
Wearing boxers.
But also, it happens to everybody. The second you think you can get it done, and then your dog runs away with a shoe or a power cord or something, and you have to get up, and you can't do that like slide out of here all coy.
Can I just say that picture is from a freeze frame of a comedy thing I did. And as I started doing it, I was doing stand-up as myself, but I was doing it sitting down and everything. And I made a joke about, not having to wear pants on Zoom meetings. And then a character that I do called Lorraine the Train took over my whole bit. And so she went off and did stuff. And at the end, the broadcast went back to me. And I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. And I got up and stormed off and circled back to that first joke, wasn't wearing pants. And I was watching it live as everyone was commenting, and people were like, one person said, gross. I laughed so hard. I finally made it.
I'm going to call him and hang up on him.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I want to call him and hang out with him because that's funny. I've made it. Gross.
No, that's true. If you don't get like completely
if you don't
ridiculous,
get one hater,
you have to have haters.
My mom told me I sent it to her and I wanted her to give me good feedback because I think I'm funny, and she just said, "You're very brave."
No, not the brave. She hit you with the brave.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, shit. Well, speaking of brave, let's hear one more song from Brandon. And if you had a good time tonight, please tip him and consider joining our Patreon so you can hear more goofy shit like this. Also, we're going to come back and do like a quick goodbye to our live stream friends. But if you want to see exclusive content, you know what I'm going to say. It starts at $1 a month and you can see all the buffoonery. We're going to get a couple more questions from Brandon and one more song after this. So be sure to join that. I just kicked my table out from underneath me.
You are just nailing it.
I'm making a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So please join the Patreon so you can see the exclusive content. And we're going to give it to Brandon. So he might just, who knows? He might get a freebie, but tip him. That'll be fun.
Do it.
All right, let's hear one more song on the live feed from Mr. Brandon Callies, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Hurricane is just a wind and a rain, I say. When it comes a knocking, you don't want to stay, I say. So hold your thoughts and head out of town. 'Cause the floods are coming to sink the city down. I know that if it happens again, gonna pick up my feet and keep it right on walking. Snake in the grass is at my feet, I say. Tell them keep moving, just leave me be. When the know, I know, I know, I know that if it happens again, gonna pick up my feet and keep right on walking. I know, I know, I know, I know. I said, I know, 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 I know that if it happens again, gonna pick up my feet and keep right on walking.
Yes.
Yes. Strong.
Jacob Ramjeet just gave praise hands. So either he needs an adult or he's having a very good time.
He went to
So
church,
appreciate that.
I think.
Maybe a combo of both. Thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us in this live feed today. And thanks to everyone who showed up and commented and had a good time with us. We love and appreciate you. Come join us in the dark side at the Patreon. There's dog hair all over my jumpsuit. I don't know why. God damn it. But we're going to cut this live feed and do a little couple of exclusive things for you. But before we do that, Brandon, where can people find your music? Where can they follow you?
BrandonCallies.com, and then everything is at Brandon Callies or / Brandon Callies. So all the social medias.
All of them.
Every last one. I don't know why I went straight British war monologue.
Every last one.
We'd just like to extend a big thank you again to you for taking time out of quarantine to hang out with us.
Thank you
Thanks for having me.
dealing with us.
Yeah, it's like reverse therapy hanging out with us for an hour. You just feel more chaotic.
Yeah, this is where you have to actually seek a therapist after the show.
Time. This is excitement for a Tuesday night in quarantine. This is excitement.
Why the hell not?
I mean, yeah, it was this or...
I mean, we're all missing the weakest link. If we can just...
Oh my God, we have got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Shut it down.
But anyway, we'd just like to say thank you to people watching, and we hope you tune in next week. I think next week is Ghost Wolf. Am I lying? Let's find out. I lied. It's Honey Sun. Honey Sun is on next week. So please tune in. Episode 151. I'm going to try and not make a Tech 9 joke, but we're going to do it. No, Kim, you don't know? You don't know? 151 rum?
No, I just like that you did 151 and just put up 3 fingers.
It's three numbers.
Thanks.
This is when our brain starts melting. Everyone, please give a round of applause to my beautiful co-host, Kim Stacy, for always being there. I love you with your itchy snowman titties and all. For the podcast listener, she's wearing a heinous Christmas sweater.
Is heinous a new fancy British word for stunning?
Yes, they're reclaiming it. And a huge round of applause to the lovely and talented Brandon Callies. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We'll see you all next time. Chris!
Bye!